In a village where hunger gnawed at every door and hope had become a distant memory, young Jack lived with his mother in a cottage that barely stood against the howling wind. The roof leaked when it rained, the walls were cracked and crumbling, and their cupboards stood empty day after day. Their only possession of worth was Milky White, an old cow whose milk had long since dried up, but who had been Jack's companion since childhood.
Jack,
his mother said one bitter morning, tears streaming down her face, her hands trembling as she held his shoulders.
we must sell Milky White. It's our only chance. We have nothing left. No food, no money, no hope. It's either this or we will starve.
No, Mother, not Milky White.
She's all we have left of Father. He gave her to me before he died. I can't. I know, my darling boy. I know how much she means to you. But we'll starve if we don't do this. Please, you must be brave. You must be strong. For both of us.
With a heart that felt like it was tearing in two, Jack led Milky White down the dusty, winding road toward the market. Each step felt like a betrayal of everything his father had given him. He stroked her soft, white neck, whispering apologies she couldn't understand. Suddenly, where the road curved beneath an ancient willow tree, a peculiar stranger emerged from the shadows. A tall, crooked man with eyes that sparkled like stars and a cloak that shimmered with colors that shouldn't exist, shifting between midnight blue and silver in the morning light.
Where are you going with that fine cow, young man? She looks like a creature of quality despite her age.
To sell her. We have no choice. My mother and I are starving.
The old man's smile widened, revealing teeth that gleamed too white.
What if I told you there was another way? Put it, a better way.
He opened his gnarled hand slowly, revealing 5 beans that pulsed with an inner light unlike anything Jack had ever seen. Swirling colors of emerald, gold, violet, and crimson dancing across their surfaces like tiny galaxies trapped in seed form.
These are no ordinary beans, boy. They're magic. Real magic. Plant them tonight. And by morning, your fortune will change forever. You'll never know hunger again. As everything has a price, so you must give me your cow in return.
Magic beans for my cow?
Sir.
I don't know. How can beans be worth a cow? My mother will be furious. She's expecting money, real coins.
But Jack's mind raced like a trapped bird. These beans glowed with such impossible beauty. What if the old man was telling the truth? What if this truly was their salvation? What if this was the answer to all their prayers?
I'll do it. I agree.
Yes.
Took Milky White's rope in his weathered hands and vanished into the mist, leaving Jack alone on the empty road with 5 glowing seeds and a terrible gnawing doubt. Jack rushed home as the sun began to set, heart pounding with equal parts excitement and terrible fear.
Jack, you're back early. Did you get a good price? Show me the coins. How much did you get for poor Milky White?
Mother Owl, I got something even better than coins. Look, magic beans. The man said they'll change our fortune forever. He promised we'll never be hungry again, he said. Magic beans? You traded our only cow and our last hope for beans?
She snatched them from his trembling hand and hurled them out the window with they disappeared into the darkness of their small garden.
We're ruined. We have nothing now. Go to bed without supper. I can't even look at you right now.
Jack climbed the creaking stairs to his tiny room. shame burning in his chest like hot coals, tears streaming down his face. He'd failed her. He'd failed them both. He'd doomed them with his foolish belief in magic and miracles. But as night deepened and the moon rose full and bright, a strange green glow began seeping through his window, filling his small room with emerald light that pulsed and grew stronger.
What is that light? It's so bright!
He ran outside into the garden and gasped so hard he nearly choked. Where the beans had fallen, a massive beanstalk now towered into the sky. Its trunk thick as the oldest oak in the forest, its leaves shimmering with magical light, spiraling up and up and up until it vanished into the clouds above.
Mother, wake up! Come look! The beans were real! The magic is real!
From inside the cottage came only silence, then a bitter voice.
Go away, Jack! Leave me alone!
She wouldn't listen. She couldn't see. But Jack knew in his bones what he had to do. As dawn broke with golden fingers of light, he took a deep breath, grabbed the thick stalk, and began to climb. Hand over hand, higher and higher, pulling himself up. The village shrank below him until houses looked like toys. Clouds swallowed him whole. The air grew thin and cold, making each breath a labor. His muscles screamed in agony, his hands blistered and bled, but still he climbed for what felt like hours, driven by curiosity and desperate hope. Finally, Jack emerged above the clouds onto impossible ground, solid earth that floated in the sky. Before him stretched a breathtaking land of giant proportions that stole his breath away. Flowers tall as the tallest trees swayed in gentle breezes. Grass like emerald forests rippled in waves. Butterflies the size of eagles drifted past. And in the distance, rising like a mountain of stone and dreams, stood a magnificent castle of gleaming white marble. Jack approached the enormous castle, his heart thundering in his chest. The door alone was 50 feet tall, made of solid oak bound with iron. Everything was massive, the doorknob the size of a barrel, the steps like cliffs he had to climb. Inside, Jack's eyes widened. A bed large enough for 20 men stood against one wall. Chairs rose like towers. A table stretched so long he couldn't see the end. Plates stacked like wagon wheels, cups the size of bathtubs. It was a world built for giants.
Oh my heavens! A human boy! A real human child!
Jack spun around. A kind-faced giant woman stood there, her eyes wide with concern and fear.
Please, ma'am, I mean no harm. I'm just curious. I climbed the beanstalk and found this place.
You must leave! Right now! My husband! You must run!
Suddenly, thunderous footsteps shook everything.
He's coming home early! Hide! Now!
Just as the door exploded open,
Fee-fi-fo-fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread.
Nonsense, my dear. It's just the leftover from yesterday's stew. The smell is still lingering.
Jack watched in terror through a crack in the pot as the giant sat down. A mountain of a man with wild, matted hair, cruel eyes, and hands like boulders. From a massive iron chest, he pulled out enormous bags of gleaming gold coins and began counting them one by one, his greedy eyes sparkling.
112, 113, 104.
Hours crawled by. Jack's legs cramped, his back ached. But finally, the giant's counting slowed. His massive head drooped forward, his eyes closed, and then his snores began to shake the very rafters. Jack crept from the pot on shaking legs, his eyes locked on the bags of gold. Just one bag could feed them for years. His fingers closed around the leather. He ran on silent feet, the gold heavy in his arms, out the door, across the clouds, and down the beanstalk, sliding and climbing frantically.
Jack, gold! Real gold! Oh my boy, we're saved! We're actually saved!
They lived well for weeks, buying food, repairing their cottage. But the gold began to run out, coin by coin. And Jack remembered there were greater treasures in that castle above the clouds. Treasures that could last forever. Against his mother's tearful protests, he climbed again. This time, he hid in a massive bread box. The giant came home carrying a magnificent golden hen, its feathers gleaming like the sun itself.
Lay, hen, lay!
The hen tilted its head and produced a perfect golden egg that gleamed in the light. Then another, and another. Endless wealth, forever and ever. When the giant's snores shook dust from the ceiling, Jack grabbed the hen and ran. He made it down safely.
A golden hen! Jack, this is incredible! We'll never go hungry again!
But please, I'm begging you, promise me, no more climbing.
We have everything we need now.
Yes, Mother. Of course. I promise.
But greed, like poison, had taken root deep in Jack's heart. Days later, he climbed once more. Hidden behind a flour sack, he saw the giant's greatest treasure, a golden harp encrusted with diamonds. When the giant commanded it to play, it produced music so beautiful it could make angels weep.
I must have it.
Jack's hands trembled as he grabbed the harp.
Master! Master! A thief! Help me, Master! Who dares? Who dares steal from me?
Jack sprinted for his life, the giant thundering behind him like an avalanche. He reached the beanstalk and dove over the edge. Above him, the beanstalk shook violently. The giant was climbing down, his face twisted with murderous fury.
Mother! The axe! Bring the axe now!
Jack swung with all his strength. Crack! 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 The giant descended closer, reaching down with massive hands. The beanstalk shuddered, groaned, and toppled. The giant fell from the sky, hitting the ground with such devastating force that it created a crater and shook the entire village. Jack and his mother stood there, staring at the fallen giant, at the stolen treasures, at what Jack had become.
Jack, my son, we have wealth now, more than we ever dreamed. But at what cost?
It made you risk everything. Magic gave us a chance, but you took more than you needed. You took more than you was right.
You're right, Mother. I let greed consume me.
Jack learned the hardest lesson, that true wealth isn't measured in gold or magic, but in having enough. Greed turns gifts into curses and blessings into burdens.